Hey Floyd, what was your reaction to the fight, man? What was your reaction to the fight, man?
Now, I think Lamont won. Who you thought won? Lamont.
Man, you gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned.
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather has weighed in on the much-discussed showdown between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, offering his perspective on the controversial outcome. The conclusion of the fight ignited intense reactions throughout the boxing community. Shakur Stevenson also voiced his opinion, strongly asserting that the result should not have been a draw and that Roach had earned the win. Stevenson criticized Davis for his overconfidence, arguing that he failed to properly recognize Roach's talents. In Stevenson's eyes, Davis underestimated Roach, a mistake that was evident in his performance and left many fans feeling equally disappointed.
Now, I think Lamont won. Who you thought won? Lamont.
You thought Lamont won? By how many rounds?
I don't know.
You still want the Tank Davis fight?
So what?
You still want the Tank Davis fight? What went wrong? What went wrong? Take out a real steam or fire out of me, or is it still the same?
I mean, we're going to see. I'm the best fighter in boxing. I've been saying this, so.
Shakur, what went wrong for Gervonta in this fight? Just because, could we say maybe because Lamont didn't come in really?
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was going to go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Gervonta, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence been up. I've been knew I was the best.
Shakur Stevenson took to Twitter to express his thoughts on the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach fight, stating, "My tweet it tonight for the people who don't know boxing," and emphasizing that the fight played out exactly as he had anticipated. Many fans backed Stevenson's view, sparking widespread calls for an immediate rematch. At the same time, boxer and media figure Jake Paul shared his disappointment with Davis's performance. Paul criticized the bout for lacking the intensity and excitement typically seen at the championship level, even going as far as to compare it to a light sparring session rather than a high-stakes showdown. He also observed that Davis appeared off his game, noting a noticeable departure from his usual aggressive style.
Man, he got lucky as a draw. He did a good fight though. I thought he won it, but man, you gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned. Oh my God. But God damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
Middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade offered his take on the fight, praising Lamont Roach for his strong performance from start to finish. Andrade made it clear that he disagreed with the official draw, asserting that Roach had done enough to secure the win. Despite the contentious result, Andrade still acknowledged the high level of competition, commending both fighters for putting on a thrilling and skillful display in the ring.
Fight, Roach had something that we all wasn't expecting. He might have had power. His distance was good. He came in ready, prepared to fight, and he showcased that. And man, we had a good fight overall. It was a good IQ fight.
In all honesty, do you think Roach pulled it off?
I'm not going to say that at all. I don't think that the draw is good, you know. Other than that, it was a great fight. We'll love to see it again. It's me again, Caleb Plant, Chalo, Munguia, Edgar Berlanga. Where the fuck you motherfuckers at? Let's get this shit happen. You already know. Stop playing. Let's get these shits popping, man. Time is ticking. Tick, 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 tick.
I mean, 100%. What do you think about Berlanga's obviously opponent that he chose? I mean,
lightweight contender Isaac Cruz was blunt in his assessment of the draw, highlighting a key moment when Gervonta Davis took a knee during the fight. Cruz argued that the referee and judges failed to give proper consideration to the incident, suggesting that it should have resulted in Lamont Roach earning additional points on the scorecards. In Cruz's opinion, this overlooked factor was crucial in the controversial decision, ultimately contributing to what he believes was an unjust draw.
Pues ahora sí que dieron una gran pelea, ahora sí que me sorprendió la pelea que dio Lamont Roach y bueno, fue una gran pelea para todos los aficionados.
¿Tú crees que fue un empate?
No, yo creo que no, creo que le quedaron a deber la caída a Lamont Roach, pero bueno, decisión de los jueces y del referee que no le hizo válida la caída, no le hizo el conteo.
¿Qué le fue mal en esta pelea para Gervonta? ¿Qué fue lo que no hizo para que los jueces le den esta pelea? ¿Tú qué piensas?
Bueno, él nada más apostó a un solo round, que a un solo golpe para poderlo noquear, y el cual Loma venía muy bien preparado, muy bien concentrado en el plan de trabajo. Bueno, creo que a Tank le faltó presionar, tirar más golpes para ser más contundente y que se viera más efectivo a la hora de la victoria.
¿Te gustaría ver una revancha entre ellos?
Pues estaría muy agradable. Ahora sí que la primera estuvo muy buena, yo creo que la segunda también.
Former world champion Danny Garcia weighed in on the fight, calling it an exciting, action-packed clash that showcased the talents of both fighters. Reflecting on Gervonta Davis' performance, Garcia noted that not every fight accurately represents a boxer's full potential, implying that Davis may have had an off night. He also highlighted the unpredictable nature of boxing, reminding fans how challenging it is for fighters to consistently deliver their best performances every time they step into the ring.
There's no doubt this was a statement.
Danny, what's going on, my man? What do you think of the fight?
Stay with me, stay with me. Stay with me, right?
Danny, what do you think of the fight, man? Are you surprised by the outcome? It was a close fight.
I'm not surprised the way Lamont fought. I knew Lamont was going to come to fight. It was the opportunity of a lifetime. He did a good job. He fought a great fight.
What went wrong with Tank Davis? I mean, I was
what was wrong with him? Every night in boxing is not your best, you feel me? But at least you got the draw.
Would you like to see a rematch of this or jump into a fight with Shakur Stevenson?
They don't, whatever they want to do. You think it was a draw? I don't know. It was a good fight.
Veteran boxing commentator Jim Lampley offered his perspective on the fight's outcome, highlighting that draws typically fail to satisfy either fans or fighters. He pointed out that many had anticipated Gervonta Davis to secure a clear knockout, especially given that Lamont Roach was moving up in weight for the bout. Lampley went on to suggest that Davis's failure to deliver a stoppage might be seen as a setback, raising questions about his dominance and standing in the lightweight division.
Bag for fans, for people in the sport, etc., etc. I thought it was, in essence, the right decision. The only question about whether the upset draw is justified is whether Steve Willis erred in not deducting a point in a late round when Tank Davis appeared to touch the canvas with his hand. And, you know, that is going to stay in the woodwork and haunt the fight in the breach a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's a setback in Tank's career and for his reputation. I think most observers expected him to knock Roach out, particularly because Roach was moving up from 130 to 135. Sometimes when a fighter moves up in weight, he gets stronger, and it looked as though maybe Roach did get stronger and had a greater ability to resist Tank's power than other opponents have had, because Tank did tag him with a lot of clean shots, and he wound up throwing more punches than he likes to throw to get that done. He tagged him both on the chin and to the belly, etc., and couldn't seem to hurt Roach. And that was another surprise in the overall picture of the fight.
Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with that, and he took a knee. He took a knee! What is he doing?
He forgot his... I thought Roach closed the last 2 rounds. And then if you think about it, that knockdown was a knockdown. He took a knee, they should have counted, and you know, those 2 points, like Roach said, you know, it would have been on his favor and he would have won the fight. But you know, I hope they run it back again, which I'm sure they will. And you know, we get more of a clear, you know, victor for either side.
How much of tonight was Lamont Roach being Lamont Roach, and how much of it was Gervonta Davis maybe not being at his best?
It was more. Reason? It was more. Yeah, well said. I think it was more of Lamont being Lamont. A lot of people were not expecting that. He was catching the punches really well, took them well. Great combinations, and he just stood in the pocket and fought him right in the center of the ring. Even Tank was not expecting that, and I think that threw him off. And you know, great great performance by Lamont Roach, and Tank Davis. He's got to fight more. It's not as consistent with the fighting, and you know, again, the timing probably wasn't there for him this fight.
What does it say about Tank, man? Some people had him as high as, you know, top 5, top 10 pound.
You know what that's going to say about Tank now. Obviously, people are going to talk shit, and people are going to, you know, put him, you know, probably take him down on the pound for pound list, and you know, it is what it is. But so that's why Tank has to come back and really get that rematch and really make a statement, if it's with him or whoever else.
And lastly, Adam, you know, people wanted to know who's the best lightweight. Is it Keyshawn, Shakur, Tank? Do you think he can still beat those guys, or did Lamont show some things tonight that those guys are just...
Lamont's definitely there. Lamont can fight any of these guys.
Yeah.
My reaction for this Tank versus Roach fight, I'm really disappointed, to be honest. Like, it's leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and the reason why is they leaving a negative energy out there. And a lot of y'all might not understand because y'all don't come from underserved environments or was never incarcerated or things like that. I'm from DC and I know how we get active. I know people from Baltimore and I know how they get active. When we talk about rivalries are cool. When I'm talking Commanders, Cowboys, stuff like that, that's friendly and cool. We talk our trash, but when we talking about when it's negative and we know that Tank have a young following, things like that, and I'm seeing certain people at these press conferences, violent individuals, and things can really turn out bad. So yeah, I understand they selling the fight and things like that, but certain things, it can get real bad. And I don't want to see nobody lose their life. Let this be a healthy rivalry. Y'all go in there, best man win, and fight over. It should be all love. We got to be careful with the messaging that we putting out. It's Mr. We Fit.